In late November 2025, Poland decided that Swedish firm Saab and its A26 submarines had been chosen for its Orca program. The deal for the 3 new generation submarines is expected to be in the ballpark of 10 billion Polish zloty, nearly 2.15 billion euros. But the first of these new subs won't arrive until at least 2030 if there are no delays. With this in mind, Poland would love to improve its subsurface capabilities sooner than later. Thus, a gap-filler vessel has been agreed upon in the form of an A17 Södermanland-class sub. We take a look at this plan for today's video. On December 17th, Poland's Ministry of Defense put out a press release announcing that a Memorandum of Understanding had been signed with Sweden on the acquisition of submarines. The introduction to this announcement says that this is not merely a purchase of submarines. Instead, it includes the, quote, exchange of technological thought and the transfer of technology and equipment, building new security architecture on the Baltic Sea. And then, close to the bottom of this announcement, it was highlighted that the deal includes the provision of a gap-filler submarine in the form of an A17 vessel with training to begin in 2026. And the transfer of the gap filler to be conducted in 2027. It'll be a bit of a disappointment for those who had read an older article by Defense 24 which predicted that it would be, quote, most likely to be an A19 type vessel. The website would later report that such rumors appearing in the public space about the intention to transfer a more modern A19 unit to Poland were, quote-unquote, information noise. So, what do we know about the older Swedish sub heading to Poland? Well, the A17 submarine was originally built as the Södermanland class of diesel-electric submarines, which entered service in 1987 with the Swedish Navy. 2 vessels from this class, HMS Södermanland and Östergötland, would later undergo upgrades and modernization in Sweden to be relaunched as the Södermanland-class after extensive modernization in 2003 and 2004. You might find it interesting that in 2019, Poland was actually involved in talks to procure these boats from Sweden. Indeed, Naval News at the time, citing unofficial sources, said that negotiations concerned the acquisition of the 2 A17 subs as gap fillers until subs for Project Orca would arrive. Remember that this was back in 2019. It's a clear reminder of just how slow some procurement decisions can take. Our understanding based on the Memorandum of Understanding, along with other sources, is that Poland is getting just 1 A17 sub. And since 2 exist under Swedish care, the next question is whether it'll be HMS Södermanland or HMS Östergötland. This is where things get a little confusing for us based on comments by other media outlets. The website scandinaviainfo.pl states that Södermanland will head to Poland. However, commentary from a Jane's article regarding the modernization of this ship says that the move will, quote, ensure that the Royal Swedish Navy can maintain a 4-boat submarine flotilla. So, does the Swedish Navy want to continue operating 4 subs and send Östergötland to Poland? Or does it want to send its freshly remodernized Södermanland to Poland and be down by 1 ship? If we go with the first scenario, well, Östergötland is said to have been mothballed, decommissioned in 2021 and apparently in reserve. And so perhaps the ship is still functional enough to help Poland train its submariners. On the other hand, if Sweden wants Poland to have a gap filler that better prepares Polish crews for their future A26 submarines, the Södermanland is obviously the better choice. That's because it underwent another life extension from 2022 to 2024, a project that Saab says includes 50 modifications to extend the sub's operational capability by 6 years. At the same time, a December 5th report by Defense24.pl, when translated from Polish to English, states that Östergötland is in a deep reserve and is actually unable to go to sea, so that may rule it out completely anyway. The Polish media site adds that rather than operating alongside Poland's 1 Soviet-era Kilo-class sub, ORP Orzeł, the gap-filler A17 sub from Sweden will replace it. So that's everything we know so far about Poland's interim Swedish submarine. It's possible that the one and only option is indeed HMS Södermanland, and we just weren't able to find a credible source. Nonetheless, it's good to hear that Poland will get this gap filler of a vessel in 2027 in advance of the A26 subs. What do you think of this move? Let us know by leaving a comment.